What kind of play are you talking about?
Madam, I'm not asking about playtime. Okay, so Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. With the new episode of the Leaders Lounge, I'm your host Hisham Jamili Wala, and I hope you all are doing well. And welcome to the another episode and thought-provoking education series of Leaders Lounge. And today we are joined by a very special guest, Sisem Yai Maya, who brings with her a deep curiosity and passion for environmental awareness and climate science. In this episode, we will explore the fascinating journey of water on our planet, a process we often take care of granted. The water cycle, and from raindrops to
Uh,
rivers, the evaporation to clouds, every step plays a vital role in sustaining life on Earth. But how does it really work, and why is it so crucial in today's world facing climate change, droughts, and floods? Join us as we deep dive into the system AI Maya into the mechanism, importance, and impact of the water cycle. And let's begin. First of all, Maya, how are you?
oh wow,
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks. I'm well. Thanks for asking. Ready to dive into cycle with you? It sounds like a really important topic, especially with everything going on. You always pick such thoughtful themes for this podcast.
Thank you so much, Maya, for your appreciation. That
Are you
I always select a thoughtful and thought-provoking theme for my podcast. So thank you so much for it. And now, Maya, we have to start today's podcast, and we have to understand the basics of the water cycle first. So, Maya, first of all, to basics for the basics. So, can you tell us what is the water cycle in simple terms?
You're very welcome. I'm glad I can help inspire those themes. And absolutely. Let's start with the basics. Okay, so the water cycle, simple terms, is the movement of water on, above, and below the surface of the earth. Constant process of water changing states between gas. There isn't really a start or end to it. It just cycles, driven by the sun's energy, and it includes things like evaporation, condensation, precipitation. Does that make sense as a starting point?
Yes, Maya, that makes sense as a starting point. Explain it. And now, Maya, can you tell us that? Can you list the main stages of the water cycle?
Definitely. Main stages are evaporation. This is when water turns into vapor and into the atmosphere. 2. Condensation. This is when water vapor cools and turns back into liquid, forming clouds. 3. Precipitation. This is when water falls to earth in the form of rain, snow, sleet, action. This is when water gathers in rivers, lakes, oceans, and then the cycle starts all over again. It's a pretty elegant system. Think about it. Does that breakdown help?
Yes, man, that breakdowns help us to understand it, and now we know what are the some of the main stages of the water cycle. And now, Maya, can you tell us why is the water cycle called a cycle?
It's a great question. Hold a cycle because it's a continuous loop. There's no real beginning or end. It constantly moves between the Earth's surface and atmosphere. It evaporates, condenses, precipitates, collects, then evaporates again and again. Just keeps going and around. Think of it like a bowl. It has no starting or stopping. Does that explanation?
Yes, Maya, that explanation makes sense. Thank you so much for asking. And now, Maya, we have moved next forward, and to the next stage is the of deep dive into the water cycle. And now, Maya, can you tell us what is evaporation and where does it mostly occur?
Absolutely. Evaporation is the process where water changes into water vapor, a gas, and rises into the atmosphere. It's mostly happen on the surface of oceans, seas, lakes, and rivers, basically a large body of water. The sun's heat provides the energy for this to happen, but it also happens from soil, plants, and even our own bodies. Warm temperatures, wind, and low humidity all speed up evaporation. Does that give you a good understanding of it?
Yes, man, that gives a good understanding to Floor, and that was a good explanation. And now, Maya, can you tell us that how does transpiration different from evaporation?
That's a good because they are related but distinct. Evaporation is water turning into vapor from surfaces like oceans and lakes. Transpiration, on hand, is specifically the process where plants release water vapor into the air through tiny pores on their stomata. It's essentially plant sweat. Both processes contribute to the water cycle, but transpiration is a biological process happening within plants, while evaporation is more general. Does that clarify the difference?
Yes, man, that clarified the difference between those both, and that was a good explanation. Thank you so much for explaining. And now, Maya, we have to move next forward. And now, my next question is that how are clouds formed during the water cycle?
Let's talk clouds. Clouds form during the condensation stage of the water cycle. As warm, moist air rises, it cools. Cool air can't hold as much moisture as warm air, so the water vapor in the air is, meaning it turns back into liquid. It spins around tiny particles in the air like dust, salt, and smoke. The water droplets then cluster, and when enough of them combine, they become visible as clouds. Atmospheric conditions create different types of clouds, like cumulus and cirrus. Does that make sense?
Yes, Maya, that makes sense, and it was a good explanation. I think it is accurate. And now, Maya, can you explain uh, that how or what is precipitation and what are its common forms?
No worries. Glad. Okay, precipitation is any form of water that falls from the clouds back to Earth. The most common forms are rain, snow, sleet, and hail. That happens when the water droplets or ice crystals in clouds get to stay suspended in the air. Gravity takes over and they fall back down. Precipitation is crucial because it replenishes fresh water sources like rivers, lakes, and groundwater are essential for all life on Earth. Does that answer your question? Trip over there at the end.
Okay, that's it. Maya, uh, how does this, yes, Maya, that makes sense, and it was a good overview about it. And now, Maya, I want that you have to explain that what is infiltration and how does it support groundwater? Yes, Maya, that explanation lands and makes sense. Thank you so much for explaining. And now, Maya, I want to learn about the that what are the aquifers and how do they store water? Yes, Maya, that gives a good picture that what are actually aquifers are and how does they work. And now, Maya, can you tell us that? Can you explain that how snow melt contribute to the cycle? Yes, Maya, that makes sense and we'll go good overview about it. Thank you so much for explaining. And now, Maya, can you tell us that why is the water cycle important for sustainable, sustaining life? And just this, sorry. Yes, Maya, that clear that uh, how important is water for sustaining life. And now, Maya, can tell us that how does the water cycle support agriculture? Yes, Maya, I already told you that it was a good overview and that explanation makes sense. Thanks so much for explaining. And now, Maya, I want to tell you that how does it help maintain the Earth's ecosystem? Yes, man, that makes sense. Thank you so much for explaining it in an engaging way. So thanks so much. And now, Maya, can you tell us that in what ways does it connect the oceans, lands, and atmosphere? Yes, Maya, that helps to restore these connections. Thank you so much. Now, Maya, can you tell us that how do dams and reservoirs affect for movement? Yes, Maya, gives me a good overview about it. Thank you so much for explaining. And now, Maya, can you tell us that how does a knowledge of the water cycle help in weather forecasting? Yes, man, that makes sense. It was a good overview about it, and like it was, I think it was because I already know something about it, and I think it was accurate. And now, Maya, can you tell us that how can farmers use water cycle information to improve farming? Yes, man, it gives me some idea, and was like I like your explanation. And now, Maya, can you tell us that how does it help scientists to predict the dots? जी, जी. Yes, Maya, that makes sense. And also good explanation. Thank you so much for explaining. And now, I have so much less time, and now we have to move forward so fastly. So now, Maya, can you tell us that what inspired you to explore the topic of water cycle? Maya, this was my topic of my today's discussion with you. And today, Maya, now my time of interview is almost completed. So, Maya, I want that if you would if you would give any message to young people about water and environment, so it would be very good. Yes, Maya, you're totally right. Thanks so much for giving a really amazing advice. And now my time of interview is completed. So, in last, any final thought or advice or understanding the respect nature system? Thank you so much for Maya for giving a very amazing advice. So, this is our today's my podcast with Maya. I hope you all like it and learn a lot from it. See you next time.